every one of you for the book launch of Niranjana, Sunil and Arya kulkarni. Today, we are here to celebrate one such journey. A journey that began with curiosity, continued with courage, and ended in the pages of a beautiful book. This book, later they invited us home, is about feelings, lessons, and the little moments that touch their hearts throughout the journey. To begin the ceremony, let me invite the dignitaries onto the stage. First, I would like to invite Professor P.K. Poker, a distinguished academician and a philosopher from Kerala University, currently serving as the Dean of Social Sciences at Tunjat Ezhuthachan Malayalam University, Tirur. Poker sir, I think he'll be just joining us. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Nisar Talangara, a kind and dedicated leader who has spent over 30 years serving the Indian community in Sharjah. As the president of the Indian Association of Sharjah, he leads with compassion and honesty, always putting the people first. He played a key role in setting up the first crematorium for the Indian community in Sharjah and has led many relief and welfare programs that help countless people. Mr. Nisar's life is a true example of service, commitment and care for the community. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Fabita, an inspiring educator with over a decade of teaching English in the UAE. With a BA, MA and BEd in English, she combines knowledge with compassion, creating classrooms filled with clarity, creativity and care. Her lasting impact is seen in the strong bonds she builds with her students. Ms. Fabita ma'am, please onto the stage. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Shamita, a dedicated and passionate educator, currently serving as a librarian at our own English High School Sharjah Boys Branch. She has supported and guided many students in achieving and winning many kinds of excellence awards such as the Sharjah Excellence Award, the Hamdan Award, and she also serves as a Green Mentor. She plays a vital role in nurturing a love of reading amongst the students and guides them towards excellence, thus being a truly inspiring mentor. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Ajay Kulkarni, who is the father of our co-author, Arya. He has supported through her every tough decision and every uncertain journey just like this one. Both of her parents have never stopped her from exploring, from playing, from getting hurt, and have been with her through everything. This book has been possible because of their immense courage to let their daughter wander off. Thank you. I would also like to invite Mr. Sunil LG, who's similar to Mr. Ajay, who's also the father of Ms. Niranjana Sunil. So to start the event, I would like the authors themselves, because who can tell the story better than them? I would like to invite them to present their book.
Hello everyone, my name is Niranjana. Okay, so this is the presentation of our book. Later they invited us to.
So this is it is a travelogue. It is a travelogue of two young women traveling across India. We have interacted with 3 tribal communities across India. Panyar in Wayanad, Lepcha from North Sikkim, and Vaiga from Madhya Pradesh. This book talks about our experience and our reflections that we had while we were with them.
So this book has poetry, prose, illustrations that we did, photographs that we took. So this book is completely our child. Everything that we've done in this book is by us, and the poetry and prose part of it hopes to sort of speak to the audience in a more emotional aspect.
I would like to to talk a little bit about the aim of this book. The reason the way this book is done, the reason for the treatment of the book is because we want this book to be a nice little comforting piece. We live in a world full of rush. We live in a world where we're trying to get somewhere, we're trying to run. And our experience with them really taught us to like just sit there, be present in the moment. And that is what we are trying to tell you through the book.
And another thing is, we felt like a lot of the times when such themes were explored about tribal communities or local indigenous communities, they were mostly shown through like an exotic lens or through a lens of like scientific and research. So we want to do something where it's through more contemporary lensing, where the audience can sort of connect with it through a more slower, more peaceful, emotional bond just as people. One more thing. I want to talk a little bit about the title of the book, Later They Invited Us Home. So when we first went there, we went there with a lot of questions. We wanted to ask these people, we wanted to know things from them, and that made them a little hostile towards us. They would sort of pull back away from us. And so then we decided to change tactic. It was not really tactic, we just started sitting with them, just being around them, just talking to them, just letting conversations flow naturally, and then we started, sort of opening up more, warming up to us more. So that is why we've named the book Later They Invited Us Home.
Would you like to take us through the journey of the narrative?
About the documentation aspect.
We feel that documentation should be done in such a way that we're not trying to seek something from the subject, we're trying to spend time with them, we're trying to have a conversation with them, and just be present with them. I would also like to talk about the themes of the book. Of course, we talk about nature, environment, how we interact with nature, how different two other tribal people interacting with nature. They were taking care of it as if it was their sibling. We also talk about the human condition, what we feel across, no matter where we come from, no matter where they come from, what we together feel as people. We talk about belonging, we talk about warmth, and we also talk about expression. A lot of their crafts, a lot of their handicrafts and everything, we look at it as like exquisite, exotic pieces, but they are really stories and meanings and emotions hidden in them, and that's what we are trying to tell you through this book.
And throughout this entire journey, there were a lot of challenges that we faced, obviously. There were times where we didn't have any range, no Wi-Fi, no network, nothing. That it was hard for our parents, to communicate to our parents that where we were, and a big kudos to them for actually letting us do our thing. But during these moments, we just had to sit with our thoughts at this point, and we were just talking between ourselves, thinking to ourselves, and sometimes having conversations with them. And it was those late night conversations, and just sitting with ourselves, thinking about a lot of things that really made us think about how much all of these digital things around us affect us, and how the absence of it, what kind of a person it makes you with the absence, without these digital things. And I think that is a kind of experience that everyone should have. And
we realized that just being present opens up a whole new world to us.
We were also a lot more creative during this time. We had nothing some nights except just candles and crayons that we got. So we would melt crayons over these candles, draw things. It was a time for us to sort of get in touch with ourselves as well, apart from the tribal or the other aspect of this trip.
Coming back to the title of the book, later they did actually invite us to their homes. They asked us for tea, they invited us for lunches. We sat in their yards, we looked at their kids play. We looked at their elders farm in the fields, and we were actually really present with them. It was a wonderful journey for us.
So we hope that this book brings you that same amount of warmth and comfort and belonging that we felt. And we hope that you have an experience like this as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
So when it's present over here, you see a book, but we as parents, we see the fears, the difficult terrains that they traversed, the late night, the lack of food, or how they came out of their comfort zone. and how they spend their nights, like late nights, sitting up, staying up, documenting, because they had very less time to document all the information that they had collected. There was so much information, and took them so much of effort, and it was not really easy. But I appreciate it because this is a story worth telling, and you have done a great job, girls, and you have been determined to carry it forward and comes out as a beautiful book. Now let's move on to the ceremony. I could not invite Professor P.K. sir because he was not here, so I'd like to invite him once again. No, he was not here before when I did the introduction. Sorry. So Professor P.K. Pokar is a distinguished academician and philosopher from Kerala, currently serving as Dean of Social Sciences at Tunjat Elthachan, Malayalam University, Tirur. He has earlier served as Professor of Philosophy at Calicut University, Director of the Kerala Bhasha Institute and Senior Fellow at Indian Council of Philosophical Research in New Delhi. His works on postmodernum and cultural studies have earned major honors, including the Dayat Award, Kerala Sahitya Akademi Award and the Vilasini Award. He is a noted scholar and guide. He continues to contribute significantly to philosophy and literature in Kerala. So now let's move on to the ceremony. So for the book release, I invite Mr. Nisar Talangara, and to receive the book, I invite Professor P.K. Pokar. So now I invite Mr. Nisar Talangara to speak a few words about the book.
First of all, thank you, Arya, kulkarni, and Niranjana, Sunil. Getting out of from comfort zone and dare to write a book, traveling, adventure, experience, yeah, excellent. See, I always appreciate the new generation, new gen. What the booking or writers were, because I don't blame them. Actually, the people born after 2000 or 2005, they have naturally addicted to devices. It's by nature. I don't blame them actually. It's a new AI world, and they find everything in that world, whatever it is. Very few people that take the challenge and they come out of the comfort zone and write. But they don't put that much hard work and effort because they are in a different world. So for that, really appreciate both of you. Yeah, and best of luck. I mean, this is a beginning. It's not end. Yeah. So Sharjah Book Fair. I would say that the His Highness has a vision on this book fair. It's not really just book fair in any other part of the world. The other part of the world, you see the discussion on the war, bomb, the dividing the people. There are many dislikes. But Sharjah Book Fair has a message to the world. The message is love, affection, together, we are one. That's the message. So these two books, this book is fulfilling that message. So once again, because you are mentioning the experience of the different community, yes, that's very important. Because whatever difference what we have, but we are all one. Great. So once again, thank you very much, and keep going. Thank you.
First of all, let me thank and congratulate both Niranjana and Arya for bringing about such a unique and very attractive book before us. Anyhow, when I went through the book, when I went through the PDF of the book, I was actually delighted to see how these two youngsters have depicted a world in their own way. This is not literature, not theory. It's not a travelogue. It has its own, it belongs to a genre of its own kind. It is an entirely new phenomenon. That is what creativity always demands from people of the new generation. As he rightly mentioned, new generation coming from these new situation of production and appreciation and all. Actually, they belong to the new community, new generation, and they have shown their ability to come up with their endeavor also. When we go to the people, those who belong to some other domain, we should be very cautious actually. You know, some of you might be knowing that Levi-Strauss, one of the world-renowned anthropologists, had traveled within the dense forests of Amazon, and he had written his experiences, which is called Triste Tropic. Triste Tropic is a wonderful book in that regard. But however, he was empathetic and he was sympathetic to the tribal people living there and all. But despite his empathy and sympathy and all, he has demonized them somehow, knowingly or unknowingly, maybe out of his Western-minded unconsciousness, he has demonized some of them while he was depicting their life, the way they received him, and so on and so forth. Actually, the book starts with a quotation, and that quotation is about difference. So, what I am telling at present is that these two girls have undertaken so much pain, and they have expressed their own ability, creative ability to depict it in their own way. So, it is an entirely new narration that we receive from these two youngsters, and they may have, of course, I wish they go further and further, and they will develop their ability further, and they will bring forth unique creative works in future that will invite the attention of not only India or Sharjah Book Fair, but other places as well.
It's a joy and honor to be here this evening. This moment as a teacher means so much to me. Not just because this is a book launch, but because one of the co-authors of later, they invited us home, is co-authored by my dear student Niranjana. I taught her in grade 4 when she was a tiny girl, back in 2012, and even then she stood out as a child of rare spark. Her journey from that classroom to this stage is no surprise to me, not because it's not surprise, but she is a girl of talent, for sure. But this is also a story of nurturing. Her parents have been her greatest pillars of support, and they didn't just encourage her, they were celebrating her. I do remember the events they were conducting, and they were organizing like breast cancer awareness campaigns, Environment Day celebrations, and she anchored and she led with poise, clarity and confidence. I do remember those days. So when a child is nurtured in such an environment, then when her voice is valued and when her curiosity is encouraged, it is like it gives her strength to dream big. Later, they invited us home, co-authored by Niranjana and Arya Kulkarni. It's a thoughtful and heartfelt work, reflects sensitivity, depth and observation. And it is wonderful to see such young ladies being engaged in a meaningful way with the world around us. And Niranjana, I'm deeply proud of you. Watching you grow, finding your voice and reaching this milestone fills me with joy. And Arya and to everyone behind this, congratulations. And to the parents, mentors and educators present here, thank you for believing in the quiet power of encouragement. And the students present here, you should know that your curiosity and your creativity may take you anywhere. Congratulations, young ladies, once again. I'm so proud of you.
Everyone, it's with great joy and pride that I stand here to felicitate two young inspiring women on the release of their book. Later they invited us home. I have known Niranjana as a talented artist from her childhood days. She used to express her love for nature in all her creative works. I have experienced that. But this new aspect of Niranjana as an author is an experience for me, which is totally new. She has been a part of a lot of environmental and charitable initiatives which we have associated with, and which has made her the proud recipient of the prestigious Diana Award. She has excelled in many art and literary competitions and have brought home many accolades and awards. These two young inspiring women, Miss Arya and Miss Niranjana, through their story, have expressed their love of nature and their deepest respect to those who nurture the nature so gracefully. Congratulations, Arya and Niranjana, on this beautiful, meaningful creation. I would like to say we all are so proud of you both, not just for this incredible achievement, but for the sincerity, dedication and passion that you have put into this work. May this be just the beginning of many more beautiful journeys that continue to inspire everyone around you. Thank you for reminding us what truly it means to listen to others and to listen to nature. Thank you, young ladies, and keep on going. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Shamina. Kindly I would like to invite Mr. Ajay Kulkarni. He came all the way from China to speak at you.
Hi, good evening everyone. It's a very proud moment to be here on the stage on the launch of my dear daughter Arya, her first book, co-authored by Niru. It was a very joyful moment. Actually started this story as a part of our academics. They were to complete one project, which normally people do some internship or they go to some office and complete that as a paper tick mark activity. But these two girls took this challenge to write a book and started from there. So the subject was not learned, what is to be done was not learned, but she had a very good support of their teacher, their guide. So everything from scratch, they designed, they evolved, they wrote content, what is to be written, how to be written, where to visit, what to visit, how to design the book, everything, each and every single part of this book is precisely done by them. So I am really proud of this movement. Her mother was also trying to be here, but somehow she cannot make it yet. She is on live on the Facebook. So I congratulate both the young girls for their great achievement. Thank you. Thank you.
So before we conclude this event, is there anything you guys, girls would like to say? We have a few minutes left.
One thing I would say is I had my prior teacher and my favorite auntie to be here to talk about me. But I think for Arya, she has been such a wonderful person to study with, to learn with. She has a colleague. As a colleague, we have gone through a lot of things together. The past 4 years, the things that we've experienced during our bachelor's have been, it has had a lot of, like there have been lots of hard moments and there have been lots of wonderful moments, and it was wonderful to spend it with Arya. She's very motivated, she works very hard, and she's a wonderful, wonderful writer. The moment you read her writing, you can feel the emotions out of it. So it's been wonderful to do this with her. And yeah, I would also like to thank a lot of people behind this who were there. Our guide, Mr. Akash Gaur. Without him, this would not have happened. Then unfortunately, Mr. Sunil, he could not make it here, but Sunil uncle was the reason why we got this platform here, we got this opportunity to present this book here. So a big thank you to him as well. And to a lot of the members from AKA, from Malka, who has run for lots of things to make this happen. We also thank our parents for doing this, and my brother who has always been a support system. And of course, Firoz uncle, he took the time out to come out here as well today, and without him, again, a huge chunk of this trip would not have happened, the whole Sikkim experience would not have happened. So thank you, uncle. And to my best friend Arya here, who has been there supporting me. We have been friends for a very long time, and she has really seen, we both have been there for each other. So a big thank you to her for supporting throughout. She's the first person who proofread the book. And our friends back at home.
Yeah, we would a lot of the production process. Our friends back in Ahmedabad, our friends back at home helped us. We would really like to thank Aditya Pond, Neha, Vaibhav, Chinmay, Purvi, Vedansh, Gayatri. There's a lot of people who have helped us make this book come to life. We would really like to thank all of them. We would also like to extend a thanks to our parents and entire family. I would personally like to thank a few members from my family, Deepa, Swapna, Kaku, Appa, all of them have really, while working in a writing process of the book, we were in Pune, and all of them have really helped us. They've kept us motivated, they've given us insights, my sisters, my elder brothers. I would really like to thank all of them.
And thank you to everyone who has come here and who has supported us. And thank you once again. We hope you read the book. And if you do, and if you like it, or whatever you have to say about it, please reach out to us. We are there on Instagram, on email. Please do tell us what you feel about it. And thank you again. And thank you to sir, Coker sir. Thank you.
So let's conclude. Thank you so much. So if you enjoyed this moment, if you enjoyed the information about the book, please do support us. The books are available at ZT10. Please do support us and give them a follow. Thank you so much, all of you, each and every one of you, for being here and supporting them with your love and guidance. Thank you.